I gave you my heart.
Welcome back. We're going to take a look at Deadly Towers, and this video is mainly trying to redeem it, or at the very least give it a proper review. I will say that I'm not saying this game is amazing or anything like that, but it's more like if you're going to hate it, I want you to hate it for the right reasons. Let's pop this in the system and give it a little bit more accurate review. So the start screen is just kind of like the main floor. You have to venture out to find the towers, and unfortunately, it's a long process, especially when you're trying to kill the enemies and take your time. So it kind of feels like you're Frodo walking to Mount Doom.
No chicks dig nerds, especially nerds that are into Lord of the Rings.
I turn down chicks left and right.
Your chicks are your left and right.
Being patient here is important, and killing the enemies slowly is very important. You can't kill them fast anyways. Rushing will just cause you to die quicker and to fall off cliffs. And God forbid you end up in one of the invisible doors taking you to the inside of the palace. And this place is like a maze, and it's a complete waste of time. So hugging to the edge and picking up the enemies is definitely the way to go. To get to the towers, you must first encounter two mini-bosses. Neither one are too difficult. The dragon, you can stand right beside him and kill him pretty easy. And the Black Phantom, you just shoot at him diagonally. And eventually you just pick away his health till he dies, so at no risk to you. The two mini-bosses are pretty easy to kill, and even some of the main bosses are easy too. This is the actual main part of the game, this cave system here. Immediately you first see the holy fire or whatever it is they use to, I guess, purify the bells that you collect. And there's a system of caves that you have to enter. And these caves lead you to the exterior of the towers, which you'll climb the stairs, picking off the enemies as best you can without hurting yourself. And eventually you'll make it to the interior of the actual tower. Once inside the tower, you can avoid or kill the enemies. It's easier to kill enemies from below, so I tend to try to shoot up before actually climbing up. You can't shoot up or down while climbing for some reason, but you can shoot left to right, which helps with some of the enemies. The first boss you encounter is the Cold Killer. You can shoot him diagonally to kill him without much damage to yourself at all. He is actually one of the couple of easier bosses to defeat in this game. Trust me, they're not all this easy, and the only reasons these are is because I know where to go to stay out of their fire and just get as many hits as I can on them. Once he's defeated, you can grab the bell, and like most would assume, like in Zelda, once you finish a dungeon, you should be able to exit out of the front, but no. This is where the frustration sets in as you realize you have to now climb down the tower and then eventually down the exterior with this stupid bat that always appears just to piss you off. So you now backtrack to the fire to burn the bell. And yeah, it sucks, but I will say this. The enemies that you kill on your way to the fire, and luckily enough, they don't reappear on your way back to the next cave, so you do get a nice little break in between. None of the enemies are too difficult, with the exception of these two turd farts. The ghost in this game will chase you in between the platforms and is a pain to kill. If you miss, your sword has to disappear before you can attack, leaving you vulnerable, and not to mention the bats won't stay in one place long enough for you to get a good shot. Each tower has its own theme song and is very colorful, with a variety of different enemies. And if you're lucky, you can find the parallel universe to pick up superior weapons and armor, which is great because you don't have to waste your time trying to find the stupid shops. Some of the main bosses do take some strategy, and they can be a pain in the butt. So for your sake, if you're going to attempt to play this game, I'm going to quickly show you how I defeated them. The Death Bear is one of the harder enemies, but you can kill him by shooting at him diagonally and moving left to right as he approaches you, and getting shots in when you can. The Great Wing is the easiest. All you have to do is go to either the bottom left or right corner and just shoot up diagonally. He will never touch you. The Centipede, on the other hand, takes a little bit more strategy. He zigzags from one side to the other, so you have to carefully be patient, watch his patterns, and kind of hit him when you have an opening. The Wheeler is going to be similar to the Great Wing. All you have to do is find a corner, shoot out diagonally till he's dead. The Beet Plant is the hardest enemy so far that you will face. I can't find a good spot. The only place I can find is this hole in the wall, and you're going to take damage either way. So just try to survive. The Great Burn, the last of the main bosses, is the easiest to beat. All you have to do is shoot out diagonally from one of the corners, but it takes forever to kill him because he's quick to move. Some of your swords will miss, and the ones that hit him barely do damage, so it takes forever to kill this dude. Come on, die already! You know what, screw this, it's turbo time.
It's turbo time.
After defeating the Great Burn and burning all the bells, you now have to make your way back to the start screen to go to the second entrance to defeat the wizard. Which you're probably thinking this is crap or even worthy of a boss! But there is a quick and easy way to get back. Honestly. Just make your way outside, find the nearest cliff, and you know what? Fall off. No, not a joke. Before you click the dislike button, bear with me, I'll explain. After getting the game over and you basically start back at the beginning, go ahead and check your items. You see, everything is still there. You didn't lose anything at all. Imagine how many people rage quit this game because they thought they lost everything at the game over. The entrance to the wizard basically takes you to a second tower. And this is where you'll find the sword upgrade and the dragon, who is similar to Centipede. The most difficult boss is the twin lions. They move all over the place. But the wizard himself is the easiest. If you go to the bottom corner, he gets stuck and you can just fire at him until he's dead. Then all the bells fall and you get this nice little outro story. And when I say little, I mean like 3 to 4 minutes long of an outro story. And then you have to sit through a long line of credits because people are actually proud they made this game. And then finally, after all that, you get congratulations. You are victorious. The story's over. See you next time. Okay, just to touch on passwords. Yeah, the passwords do nothing. They don't take you back to where you left off. But think of the passwords as more of like an early form of cheat coding. And they give you codes to give you more weapons, you know, higher health. And yes, there is no map, which sucks. I get it. In short, this is a bad game. I'm not denying that. There's a lot of restrictions and stuff that kind of leave you clueless. But I do believe it's hated more than it should be. And there's a lot more broken games that are a lot worse out there. And I can at least say it tried. Hey, look, that's it. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you never miss an update. Share this video, and until next time, play games. Catch you later.
I gave you my heart.